With NBA scouts working overtime to make sure they have their choices ready, most of them were in New York for the Jimmy V Classic, after meeting in Portland in November for the Phil Knight Invitational. All the while, new players are making waves in the sport at the college level. And while the list is constantly changing, it's obvious who's in the first place. Keep watching this video as we discuss the 2023 NBA draft picks. First off, at number 10, Golden State is eyeing Jarace Walker. Jarace Walker stands out because of his 6 foot 8 inches height and weight of 235 pounds. But it's his vast range of skills and sharp defense that will put him in the running for the lottery. He made 5 out of his first 12 three-point attempts and showed strong passing ability. The 19-year-old also hit some soft-touch shots near the basket, and he's forced turnovers and finished through contact. If he keeps on playing the way he is right now, we can see him going far in the industry. And if rumors are to be believed, then the Golden State Warriors have their eyes on him as well. Walker is going to build a name for himself if he keeps on contributing to a Final Four contender, while he's also being praised behind the scenes for how easy it is to coach him. Coming in at number 9, the Magic's may snag Derek Whitehead. While Derek Whitehead has had difficulty making baskets since rejoining Duke's lineup, we still believe his spot-up shooting and the dribble jumper game will earn him a spot on a major team's lineup. He has the potential to be the next Steph Curry with his three-pointer shooting skills, but his major struggle will be getting over his inconsistent performance. He entered Duke's rotation later than expected because of a foot injury, and since then he's largely had trouble finding his rhythm in an off-ball bench position. Just when you're ready to give up hope on him and begin looking elsewhere, he'll surprise you with some of the best isolated shot making and aggressive drives at the college level. Then there were also some concerns about his early assist rate of 3 in 99 minutes, decision making, and finishing, but these can be easily ignored at this stage. Even a subpar, inconsistent rookie season won't scare off scouts from brushing off their high school evaluations. Whitehead won't turn 19 until August 2023, but despite being 6'6", he already possesses NBA caliber moves for perimeter separation, tough shooting skills, and creative defensive traits. Once his self-assurance and comfort level returns, we know he's going to be scouted by teams like the Orlando Magic. Moving on to number 8, Brandon Miller is a wizard in the making. This 6'9" freshman start has drawn international attention, mainly because of his early 20.2 points per game average on 15 of 29 three-point attempts. Given that the three ball has fueled the majority of his scoring record, scouts are eager to see if his sizzling start from deep was legit, but it's clear to even the youngest NBA fans that his shot-making ability and athletic finishes prove he has the potential to be big, and that's without considering how well he'll do as a passer and defender. Miller has made the top 10 list thanks to his shooting and positional skills. If he can continue to make jump shots at a comparable rate and show more off-the-dribble skill or burst once Alabama's schedule ramps up, he might be able to move up into the top 5. If that does happen, then we'd love to see him in the Washington Wizards jersey. Next up at number 7, Cason Wallace is ready to bring the heat. Cason Wallace was often praised by NBA professionals for his versatility and defense skills on the court before the season took off, and we can say without a doubt that he's lived up to the praise. He's averaging 4.6 assists and 3.4 steals on 8 of 15 three-point attempts. Every team will most likely be interested in him to some extent because of his adaptive skill set and mentality, even though his tools, limited athleticism, and lack of scoring firepower will make it difficult to call him all-star material. He's a low-risk athlete who can fit in well anywhere. Wallace is shooting 60.7% from inside the arc and has some of the strongest defensive instincts of any rookie guard in recent memory. He also uses good judgment and a smooth shooting touch to score extremely efficiently. The Miami Heat need a young player like him. After all, numbers like 45+% three-point shooting, 4+ assists, and 2+ steals per game easily stand out on paper. Coming up at number 6, the Spurs may splurge on Anthony Black. In Maui, Anthony Black's 2 straight games of 26 points and 6 assists showed scouts that he's the perfect mix of good height and even better ball handling skills. He also made a total of 4 three-pointers, which deserves praise considering he's a point forward with impactful passing and defensive skills. While there are still some unanswered questions about his shot, Black made it clear that he can score within the arc by using rapid dribble movements and altering speeds, all while creating finishing angles and touch shots. Black's playmaking personality will help him get a big signing bonus when the San Antonio Spurs approach him. Moving on to number 5, Cam Whitmore may be considering the Pelicans. Cam Whitmore is an explosive and strong player with a developing shooting stroke, so once he recovers from his thumb injury and becomes comfortable with Villanova's style, he can very easily break into the top 5 NBA draft picks. Even though he's not the most creative of the top wing prospects, his steady growth and accomplishments are still major selling points. Whitmore has improved steadily from April through the summer, winning MVP at the FIBA U18 Americas Championship in the process. So it's natural if the freshman needs some time to regain his shooting rhythm after entering a team that already included juniors and seniors. But considering his 6'7" build, 232 pounds weight, and amazing leaping abilities, the Pelicans will probably give him some breathing room since he's already proved himself by making 10 of 22 threes. Up next at number 4, Nick Smith is dominating the court. Arkansas guard Nick Smith Jr. has made a solid entrance onto the college scene despite missing the early part of the season due to injuries. Smith Jr. continued his hot shooting against Oklahoma on December 10th after doing so in his first 3 games, scoring 21 points on 8 for 16 shooting while adding 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and 1 steal. Although he lacks Scoot Henderson's athletic gifts, he is still well-rounded, having a 6'5" height and decent shooting ability. The 18-year-old separates into drives and dribble jumpers with the help of changes in pace, ball handling counters, and footwork. Although he also has a solid catch-and-shoot game from the wings and corners, he's also able to play possessions off the ball. He would shine with a team like the Orlando Magic, especially if they pair him up with Jalen Suggs. Following up on number 3, a Hornets and Thompson duo seems likely. Amen Thompson is the 3rd-ranked player on our list, and he remains a scout favorite because of his unrivaled gameplay. This 6'7" player has incredible athletic ability and playmaking talents. In terms of wing size, the greatest levels of agility and explosion, and the ability to create for teammates. There isn't an NBA player like him. While Thompson still feels like someone capable of impacting games without a jump shot just through consistent blow-bys, finishes, assists, and defense. But his limited shooting might still cause some teams to pause and rethink their decision. Given the advantage he can create from the point of attack, Thompson has enough adaptability to play the 2 or 3 next to a guard like LaMelo Ball in Charlotte. Coming in at number 2, Houston Rockets seem set on Scoot Henderson. Scoot Henderson has 4 games with 25 points to his name, so he won't have any issue tearing apart G League defenses with his amazing quickness, change of direction, and off-the-dribble shooting. He is a scoring point guard who still has a lot of space to grow in his decision-making abilities. He's been able to use his ball handling, elusiveness, and gravitas to create plays, so of course, he has an incredible assist percentage of 30.1 and a 16-assist game under his belt. This puts him on the same playing field as some of the biggest point guard prospects ever seen. He's made 8 out of 17 threes, showing that there's a high chance of improvement. Henderson's Ignite has a strong green light, which may bring about concerns for his shots and forces, but a team like Houston Rockets will be willing to look past it. It's difficult to imagine a situation in which Henderson isn't number 2. To make room for Henderson, the Rockets will be ready to switch prospects' positions. We may even see Kevin Porter Jr. moving to the wing between Jalen Green and Jabari Smith Jr. Finally, at number 1, Victor Wembanyama simply built differently. Victor Wembanyama doesn't have much left to prove. The 7'4", 18-year-old leads the top French league in scoring for the 7-1 Metropolitans 92 after a 30-point, 5-block performance. His off-the-dribble fluidity and coordination with jumpers and runners never fail to surprise us with their finesse, even though the toughest finishing angles look like simple drop-ins when he comes near the basket. He is also blocking 11.1% of shots from the opposition while making 1.5 3-pointers per game. Wembanyama will be able to give NBA clubs much more than the usual go-to scoring skills. He's proved that he can score 22.4 points in 31.7 minutes while playing the role of a floor spacer and rim protector. Quite frankly, not a single player coming up in the 2023 draft can take away his number 1 spot anymore. Whichever club picks him should be prepared to have a completely different future. The Detroit Pistons, who are now 3-15, are among the top contenders. A Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and Wembanyama trio would be deadly on the court, and they'd give even the veterans a run for their money. That's a wrap for this video. What are your predictions for the next draft pick? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.